field. That's going to go over Nick Forbes. That's going to hit the Log Cabin Grill and Market. In comes Hennon to score. Rounding third, Braden Jones. Hello. Brandon Carter got all of that one. He hit it 285 feet down the left field line, smack dab on the Log Cabin Grill and Market. Moose, you owe that man a steak. Maybe. Again, thanks to everybody, not only the community, the village of Choudrant here, sponsoring not only the baseball broadcast, but the signage in the outfield. Aggies up now, 2-0, bottom of the first. Eli Watson to face Wascom, 1 out, 1 aboard, 2-0. Pitch. That's to the opposite side. That's going to drop in for extra bases. Chase Smith, the right fielder, he gets it. Stopping at first is Watson. Coming around to score, Carter. Eli Watson goes the opposite way for an RBI single here in the bottom of the first inning, lighting it up 3-0 against the Holden Rockets in the regionals of the Class B of the LHSAA playoffs. Game set for Friday night. One of these two teams will play the winner of Glenmora and Fairview. Pitch low and away on Bryce McGuire. Batting .262, the sophomore shortstop. 22 for 84. Eli Watson with an RBI single puts the Aggies up now 3-0, bottom of the first inning. Wascom from the stretch. Pitch high and tight. 2 balls, no strike. Good eye, batting in the 6th hole, Bryce McGuire. McGuire, 23 walks, 19 strikeouts. Very disciplined team, as you would expect from head coach Tony Antley here, these Aggies. Throw over to first, diving back and getting the uniform dirty is Eli Watson, but he's back safely. Jake Forbes holding him on there at first. Joel Antley coaching down at first. Lazy shade of red sunset. That one is deep to left, but that's going to be foul. Does it get out of the park? Foul ball way out in front of that one. Bryce got a hold of it. Aggies, team batting .320, as mentioned, discipline. Don't really hit for power. Only 4 home runs. Austin Swift with 2. Eli Watson with 2. McGuire with 27 RBIs. Scored 20 runs. Wascom from the stretch. Man on first. Fouled into the screen. So a good eye. 2 balls, 1 strike. Check that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. 1 aboard. Nice crowd packing the park here down the right field line and left field line. You talk about small town Americana baseball. Choudrant, Louisiana is where it's at. Wascom with the pitch. Curveball, and he goes the opposite way. Coming in is Chase Smith, the right fielder. It's going to drop in for a base hit. Rounding second to third goes Watson. So McGuire fights it off. Goes the opposite way to right field. Advancing Watson to third for the Aggies. Five hits here in the bottom of the first inning. They lead 3-0. They're not done. It's playoff baseball now. There is no tomorrow if you don't win. Taking the lead at first is McGuire. Weaver to the plate. Pitch gets away from the catcher, Braden. Bounces off the wall. Staying at third is Watson. However, down to second goes McGuire, putting Aggies in scoring position. Second and third, Stone Weaver at the plate. Batting out of the 7th hole, junior center fielder, and that's going to bring out Jonathan Thompson. We want to thank Dan Lord Plumbing, a local company dedicated to families in North Louisiana, professional, affordable, and friendly. Read what your neighbors say about the service and professionalism of Dan Lord Plumbing. Remember, If you have a plumbing emergency, don't cry out, oh Lord. Nope, call Dan Lord. Dan Lord Plumbing, 255-0962. Don't go to sleep with a leak. Also want to thank new to Ruston, check it, new to Choudrant, Borders Poultry Hardware and Poultry Supply. Now open in Choudrant. Jason Penuel, the manager. That's Pipes Road, right on the corner of Pipes and Highway 80. Setting up shop here is Borders Poultry with name brands, Chore Time, Big Dutchman, Sensiphone Remote Monitoring Solutions, fencing supplies, culverts, building supplies, plumbing supplies, as well as electrical supplies. Don't see any activity in the Holden Rockets bullpen. I mean, a huge crowd, the biggest crowd that I have seen, and justifiably so, for supporting the Aggies here at Tony Antley Field. I want to thank title sponsor Origin Bank, Best of the Delta, 14 years in a row, bringing you Aggie baseball here on Rix-Mix Community Radio, as well as all of the visual platforms. We're up on the Aggie baseball. Also, Rix-Mix Community Radio. That's going to be Stone Weaver. Conference on the mound is over. Aggies lead 3-0, 1 out. Bottom of the first inning, 2 aboard. Pitch. Curveball. He reaches for it, punches it. Is it going to drop inside? No, it is Hunter Bordelon. Nice play, because he was covering second base and he had to run far. The shortstop, Hunter Bordelon, takes the pop out from Stone Weaver. That's going to be 2 outs here in the bottom of the first inning. Jackson Case, he is the designated hitter tonight, batting .236. First pitch, just outside, ball 1. So Case comes up here in the bottom of the first with the Aggies leading 3-0. Looking to get a couple of more RBIs, as Case has 13. Nothing sweeter than to make it 15 with a base hit. Here's the pitch. Looks at a called strike 1. On deck, the right fielder, Austin Swift. So Wascom trying to minimize the damage. Aggies want to capitalize and maximize. Here in the bottom of the first inning, they lead 3-0, the 1-1 pitch. Curveball, nice one, but too low and down in the dirt. Fielded there by Bradham, the catcher. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Right-handed batter. Designated hitter, Jackson Case. Wascom looks in, gets the sign. He goes in the motion, checks the runner at second, comes home, high and away. Good eye. 3 balls, 1 strike. Bottom of the first with the Aggies lead 3-0. Wascom from the stretch, 3-1 pitch. Fouls it into the screen. Nice cut at it, Jackson Case had at. Fouls it into the screen. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the first. Runners are going to be going. Watson at third. McGuire at second. Three balls, 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Curveball gets him. And Case knew it too. Ring him up there with the stick on his shoulder. Window dressing and not before. The Aggies score 3. They leave 2. 1 inning done. They lead by a score of 3-0. You're listening to Choudrant Aggie Baseball here on Rix-Mix Community Radio.
The Emery House is a historical community venue with a mission of bringing people together for celebrations, reunions, meetings, trainings, fundraisers, or other social events. This unique venue, dedicated in honor of the memory of Sally and John Emery, is sure to make your special event unforgettable. The Emery House is a nonprofit organization that operates on the generosity and donations of its patrons. All donations are used to help offset the basic utilities. Thank you for supporting this unique historical community resource. Find out more on our Facebook page or stop by 2410 Highway 80 in the heart of Choudrant.
Oh, Courtesy, a great place to buy a car. You'll love the smiling faces here at Courtesy. You'll love the deal you get on every car you buy. No matter where the road may wind, peace of mind when you know you bought your car right here at Courtesy. Oh, Courtesy, a great place to buy a car.
Welcome back. Choudrant, Louisiana is where I find myself, and thank you for joining us as we go to the top of the second inning in Class B Regional Baseball. Holden Rockets come calling to the Aggies. The Aggies lead by a score of 3-0. Going to be sending up the number 5, 6, and 7 batters to face Braden Jones. First pitch. Tyler Thompson squares to bunt and bunts it into the screen for strike one. So trying to play a little small ball to get some scratch going as the Rockets find themselves down 3-0 after one inning of play. Jones on the mound, wind up the pitch. He bunts it down the first base side and it rolls foul. Nice attempt. However, now it is Thompson, the center fielder, that finds himself looking up. No balls, 2 strikes to the ever dangerous Braden Jones, pitcher. Came in with 101 strikeouts, has 2 already here in the first inning. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Got him swinging. So ring up number 3. The strikeout leadoff batter here, top of the second, Tyler Thompson. Goes down on strikes. It's going to bring up the designated hitter, Josh Strother. Strother batting out of the number 6 slot. Facing Jones, right-handed batter. Big left-handed pitcher. And the pitch. Grounded feebly, fouled down the third base side. That'll be picked up by Brandon Carter. Tossed back to Braden Jones. Want to thank Robbie Rounceville, Speed D Oil Change and Tune-Up for sponsoring Aggie Baseball. Pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Put a little smoke on that one. No balls, 2 strikes, Jones did. Aggies lead 3-0. We're in the top of the second inning here at Tony Antley Field. High and away. So Jones wastes one up and away. Got some great feedback on the Choudrant Aggie Baseball page as I put together the era of excellence for Aggie Baseball from 1990 to present. Swing and a miss. Gets him. So that is K4. 4th strikeout for Jones. And great comments. Waxing nostalgia from everybody. I'll try to get to reading them for you. Jake Forbes, first baseman. 2 outs, top of the second. Aggies lead 3-0. Took something off that and floated it high and outside. From Judy Cole Jones. Brad Jones, the father of Braden Jones, played as a junior on the Aggie baseball team that were the 1990, swing and a miss. Strike 2 were the 1990 runner-ups. He also played as a senior for Tony Antley in his first year head coaching here at CHS. He reaches out, pops it into the shortstop, and that should be easy enough play. 1-2-3, Bryce McGuire tucks it away. 3 up, 3 down, 1.5 in the books. Let's go to the bottom of the second. When we return, you're listening to Choudrant Aggie Baseball here on Rix-Mix Community Radio.
This is Christian Creed.
And this is Catherine Creed. Christian and I have been serving the people of our community with integrity for over 20 years, and it's been our privilege to support our schools, churches, service groups, and local events because we love our community and the people in it.
So if you or a family member have been involved in an accident, let our family serve you. Call us anytime, day or night, at 387-5800.
Remember, Creed and Creed is all you need.
Creed and Creed is all you need. Serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Experience relationship banking. At Origin Bank, we create a truly personalized experience for each customer. We're committed to providing you with simple, personal banking that exceeds your expectations. We take pride in building relationships through understanding our community and the people who live here. Learn more today at origin.bank. Experience relationship banking. Member FDIC.
Back at Tony Antley Field as Tony Antley walks by as I'm right behind the home plate. Rick Godley, I am happy to be here, happy to have you along with us as well. Aggies lead by a score of 3-0. It's going to be the 9-1-2 batters, 9-1-2. Austin Swift to lead it off against Braden Wascombe. Looks at a pitch, high and away, ball one. Interesting for Swift, the right fielder. Not many 9-hole batters carry a 345 average. 30 for 87 facing Braden Wascombe. Fouls it to the left side. Evens the count now. 1 ball, 1 strike leading off here in the bottom of the second inning with the Aggies leading by a score of 3-0. So it'll be Swift, Hennon, Tossin to face Wascombe for the Holden Rockets. And head coach Jonathan Thompson with a record of 15-10, the 1-1 pitch. Just outside. So 2 balls, 1 strike. Landon Hennon got things going. He's on deck with a single in the first and scored the first of the 3 Aggie runs. They lead 3-0. Here's the pitch, 2-1. Tips it into the glove of Braden. That's going to even the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Class B action. Once again, winner goes on, loser goes home. It's playoff time in the state of Louisiana. 2-2 pitch. A lazy curve, stays just outside. Good eye by Austin Swift. Swift doesn't like to walk much, only 3 times. Doesn't like to strike out much either, only 16. Here's the payoff pitch. Well, swung and a miss on that one. That's strikeout number 17 for Austin Swift. Second strikeout for Braden Wascombe for the Rockets. So 1 up, 1 down, bottom of the second with the Aggies leading 3-0. Top of the order, Landon Hennon singled, stole a base, and scored in the first against Wascombe. Right-handed pitcher facing the right-handed batter. Curveball nicely breaks down and in there for a called strike 1. So Wascombe's got it going, but the Aggies have the lead. 5 hits, 3 runs. To right field is going to drop in for a base hit. Yes, it is in front of Chase Smith, though. Once again, Hennon goes the opposite way, and he's going to round first and stand at second as Smith kind of took his time in fielding the ball. I'm telling you what, the Aggies have play with heads up. Their heads in the game and talent as well. Hennon, that was all him going around first because Smith just took his time fielding it in right. 2 for 2 for Hennon, stands at second base. It's going to bring up the senior catcher, Tossin, Luke Tossin. He popped out to left. Right-handed batter. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a curveball that breaks. Again, Wascombe's got the curveball working. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Swift led off with a strikeout here in the bottom of the second. The Aggies lead 3-0. Runner aboard at second. Hennon checking him 3 times is Wascombe, and that's going to bring Tossin. Say, I'm going to take some time. Hennon doing his job effectively at getting Wascombe attention off the batter. Here's the pitch. That curveball breaks and gets away from Bradham, the catcher. Down to third goes Hennon. So there you go. Nicely done by Hennon, drawing the attention of Wascombe away. And his concentration. Bounces the ball in the dirt well ahead of Bradham, gets away from him. Now the 4th run potential for the Aggies. They lead 3-0. 90 feet away is Hennon for the senior catcher, Tossin. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Another curveball breaks away, gets away from Bradham, and it goes to the wall, but staying at third is Hennon. If he had broken just when it got away, but you never know. Smart head coach Tony Antley down there I would say he knows what he's doing. Didn't send Hennon down. 3-0. Bottom of the second inning, 1 out. Braden Jones on deck. Tossin. 2 balls, 1 strike pitch. Looks at a pitch away. 3 balls, 1 strike. Good eye on the senior catcher. He's going to be heading to Delta Community College next year. 4 seniors on this Choudrant squad. 3 juniors, 6 sophomores, 4 freshmen. 3-1. Outside, walks him. So we got Aggies on the corners. Free pass down to third. Probably get a courtesy runner. If I were to wager, Caden Bradshaw usually goes in. We got a hot night here. 88 game time temperature, but it felt like 97. What the heck is that? All right, number 3. That's Eli Callender, the freshman, in to run for Tossin. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Braden Jones. Big left-handed batter facing Wascom for the second time. Jones singled and scored with an RBI in the first. Aggies lead 3-0, threatening here in the second with runners at the corners. Hennon at third. Tossin, check that. Callender at first. On deck, Carter. 1 out. Bottom of the second from the stretch. Outside. So Jones looks at a pitch away. Jones came in batting .393, 35, and make it 36 now for 90. So the average gone up just a couple of points. 32 RBIs. Only struck out 10 times. He gets his money's worth. Wascom now. Got to check the runners at second. Check at first and third. Pitch is low. No activity in the Rocket bullpen. Short squad for Jonathan Thompson's crew. They got here with a win 12-5 over the Bell City Bruins from Calcasieu Parish. 2-0 pitch. Make it 3-0. 3 balls, no strikes. 1 out, 2 aboard. Bottom of the second, Aggies up 3-0. Carter, the third baseman, on deck. Here's the pitch. Taking all the way. Had to be tempting. Tony Antley said, no, just look at it coming in. So now, 3 balls, 1 strike. 1 out. Wascom pitch. Swing and a miss. Going down to second is Callender. So he'll steal the bag. No throw from Bradham. So now 3 balls, 2 strikes. RBIs await for Jones, who came in with 31 RBIs, just 1 behind. Check that, 2 behind Eli Watson, the team leader. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball to the right side. First baseman bounces it off Forbes. He's going to stay with it, go over to first himself, but not before the Aggies push across. Another run as Hennon comes in. Nice defensive play there by Jake Forbes on a, hard hit, but fieldable, obviously. He stayed with it to get the out. Going to third goes its Callender. Aggies score 4-0 now. With an opportunity for Brandon Carter. 2 outs on the fielder's choice. Carter singled and scored. Aggies lead now 4-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Wascom from the stretch. Comes home with the pitch. Bounces it. Nice play by Bradham, the catcher. No balls, 1 strike. Want to thank Dan Lord Plumbing, local company dedicated to families here in North Louisiana with professional, affordable, and friendly. Read what your neighbors say about the service and the professionalism of Dan Lord Plumbing. There's a ground ball. That's going to be a base hit and an RBI right between short and third as Carter with another RBI single. Aggies up now 5-0 in the bottom of the second with an RBI single, 2 outs. from Brandon Carter, Eli Watson. He's looking down to head coach Tony Antley. He gets the signs. They check their wrist sheets. With 2 outs, let's see what they put on. Pitch, curveball, breaks away. Nice play from Bradham. Senior second baseman Eli Watson is going to be heading to the Naval Academy next year. Came in batting .373. Clear night, cooling off just a little bit, thankfully. Pitch is high and away. 2 balls, no strikes on the number 5 batter, second baseman Eli Watson. No activity in the Rockets bullpen as they trail 5-0. Bottom of the second pitch. That is low. A good eye from Watson as he works the count now to 3 balls, no strikes. Watson came in with 23 walks. .373 batting average. Looks at a strike right down the middle of the plate, taking all the way. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. 2 in here on the bottom of the second. Aggies lead 5-0. Wascom pitch. He checks it and walks. Gets the free pass down to first base. That's going to put 2 Aggies aboard. With Bryce McGuire, the sophomore shortstop, due up. McGuire facing Wascom for the second time. Wascom with an RBI single. Aggies lead 5-0, 2 out, 2 aboard. Wascom checking the runner at second. Checks him again. Now he comes home with a pitch, and he bounces it, and that one gets a pass, Bradham. Aggie runners going to advance. Checked him one too many times on the wild pitch. So, Wascom erratic. When the curveball's working, it's really working. When the Aggies can get into his head, it does just that and loses his concentration, Wascom does. So now the Aggies with an opportunity leading 5-0 with a base hit for 2 more RBIs. And there it is, right at the third baseman, Brent Cobb. Nice hit by McGuire, but right where the third baseman Brent Cobb was, but not before the Aggies plate 2 more. They leave 2 innings down. And we'll go to the top of the third when we return with the Choudrant Aggies leading the Holden Rockets by a score of 5-0.
The Emery House is a historical community venue with a mission of bringing people together for celebrations, reunions, meetings, trainings, fundraisers, or other social events. This unique venue, dedicated in honor of the memory of Sally and John Emery, is sure to make your special event unforgettable. The Emery House is a non-profit organization that operates on the generosity and donations of its patrons. All donations are used to help offset supporting this unique historical community resource. Find out more on our Facebook page or stop by 2410 Highway 80 in the heart of Choudrant.
Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Down here. You got a ladder?
Jack from Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service can't perform Shakespeare, but he does get rave reviews for taking great care of your car. You see, Jack is an expert Speedy technician, so you'll love what he can do. Everything from a quick oil change to brakes, from tune-ups to factory scheduled services and more. Right, Jack?
Tis true, m'lady.
Who can fix your brakes? Speedy can.
For quick quality service, come to the Certified Techs at Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your certified auto service center, locally owned and operated, 315 North Service Road East in Ruston. Speedy's ready for you now.
Let's go to the top of the third, shall we, with the Aggies leading by a score of 5-0. Rick Godley here with you at Tony Antley Field. On the mound, Braden Jones going to face the 8, 9, and 1 in the order for the Holden Rockets. That's Caden Rivet as he is trying to bunt his way on. Jones in command. He's got 4 strikeouts. Aggies lead 5-0. So Rivet Batting out of the 8th slot, second baseman for head coach Jonathan Thompson, Holden Rockets. Pitch, high and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Top of the 3rd. Brent Cobb on deck. Jones pitch. He reaches out, punches it to shortstop Bryce McGuire, right where he's supposed to be. So Rivet tries to reach and put it over into left field, but right where Bryce McGuire was for the first out. Here in the top of the 3rd, Aggies lead 5-0. Here's the man that ended the Aggies in the bottom of the 2nd. With a line drive out, Brent Cobb, third baseman. Ball pitched outside. Gets past Tossin, no harm done, no one on. Winner of this game will face the winner of Glenmora and Fairview. They had a 5 o'clock start. Aggies lead 5-0. The 1-0 pitch. In there. Called strike 1. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Still have a limited number of opportunities for sponsorship. If you're so led to so do that, I'd be welcoming you in. Hit him. Hit by the pitch. Not hard, not bad. Just gets him to where the Rockets need him to go, which is to first base. Braden Jones only has hit 8 all year. That's number 9. That's going to get the second Rocket aboard. Forbes got on in the first on an error. So Cobbs is aboard at first, facing Jones. Ball blocked there nicely by Tossin. Leadoff batter Bordelon facing Jones for the second time. Bordelon grounded out to first base. Gavin Murphy, who's holding on Cobb. From the stretches, Jones, pitch, curveball stays away. No, it doesn't. We'll take it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Thought it was up and outside, but the umpire is closer than I am. Here's the 1-1, quick to work. Punch to right, going down is Murphy in foul territory. He makes the play. Nice defensive play there. Gavin Murphy, the sophomore, getting the nod at first here with Jones on the mound. So Bordelon has popped out to Murphy both times up. That's going to bring 2 outs. Cobb at first, Forbes to the plate. Forbes got a board on the error by Brandon Carter. Looks at a fastball. Strike 1.
First or second here, fellas. First or second.
5-0 here. Top of the 3rd, Holden Rockets traveling up from Livingston Parish, halfway between Baton Rouge, Denham Springs, that area, and Hammond. The 0-1 pitch, ground ball lazily right back to Jones. He fields it up and over to Murphy. That'll do it. 3 up, 3 down for the Rockets here in their home of the 3rd inning, and we'll go to the bottom of the 3rd when we return with the Aggies leading by a score of 5-0.
Experience relationship banking. At Origin Bank, we create a truly personalized experience for each customer. We're committed to providing you with simple, personal banking that exceeds your expectations. We take pride in building relationships through understanding our community and the people who live here. Learn more today at origin.bank. Experience relationship banking. Member FDIC.
This is Christian Creed.
And this is Catherine Creed. Christian and I have been serving the people of our community with integrity for over 20 years, and it's been our privilege to support our schools, churches, service groups, and local events because we love our community and the people in it.
So if you or a family member have been involved in an accident, let our family serve you. Call us anytime, day or night, at 387-5800.
Remember, Creed and Creed is all you need.
Creed and Creed is all you need. Serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Choudrant Aggie baseball also made possible by Borders Poultry, Hardware, and Supply. Now open in Choudrant. C. J. Sepenuel, manager. Right on the corner of Highway 80 and Pipes Road. Fencing supplies, culverts, building supplies, plumbing supplies, as well as electrical supplies. Also want to thank Choudrant Mini Mart. You know that's the happening spot to meet friends, with new items being introduced every month. Features new discounts. So keep up with our friends. Like us on Facebook, Choudrant Mini Mart. Number to call, 768-2061. Thank you for everybody for jumping on board and showing support for the Aggies. Keep in mind, sponsorship packages are available. Get in touch with me. Half of the proceeds going right back to the Choudrant Aggie Baseball Club. Leading off, Stone Weaver, 7, 8, and 9. Jackson Case, Austin Swift. Weaver, Case, and Swift to face Braden Wascom. No activity in the bullpen. Aggies lead 5-0. That one has popped up right over my head. Heads up. And it lands just past my right shoulder where the bleachers are. Tony Antley Field. I love this place. It's all natural. All natural. I love the Love Shack 2.0. The beautiful thing there, it's all artificial. And both are beautiful homes for baseball. High and away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leadoff batter here, bottom of the third, with the Aggies leading 5-0. 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Let's see what they can do here in the third against the Holden Rockets. Coming up with a 15-10 record. 1-1 pitch, hit him. So Weaver takes one on the left buttock, and he gets down to first base. Hit by the pitch, and Weaver, I've got to say, these Aggies, they don't mind taking the black and blue patch. That was the 18th hit by the pitch for Stone Weaver, the junior center fielder. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Jackson Case. 3 juniors, Weaver, Case, and Swift, all bat 7, 8, and 9. Typically, all in the outfield, except tonight. Case is the designated hitter. Struck out. Going down to second is a stolen base. Nicely done. Good throw from Bordelon. Check it, not Bordelon, but Wascom. A hard slide in to second, Weaver, and the shortstop, Bordelon, was cut down. He's slow getting up, and that's going to bring out everybody concerned. It's just a hard slide, nothing dirty except the dirt on the uniform from Weaver. That's why they call it hardball. So head coach Jonathan Thompson out to check on his shortstop, Hunter Bordelon. If you're playing the game, you know the risks. But just to make sure he's all right. And sure enough, so a stolen base for Weaver puts him in scoring position here in the bottom of the third inning, with the Aggies leading by a score of 5-0. 3 in the first, 2 in the second. Here we are in the bottom of the third, and Jonathan Thompson walking off with head coach Tony Antley. Smiles on their face. Nice camaraderie. Always. We play baseball to win, but we also enjoy the game and the camaraderie. Case, the designated hitter. Dan Lord Plumbing reminds you, don't go to sleep with a leak. Give them a call at 255-0942. 1-0 is the count on Case, who struck out looking. And that is hit right at the shortstop, Hunter Bordelon, as he was running back to get in position after holding on. Weaver found himself in the right spot on a lazy ball hit by Case for the first out. He had to dive backwards to get it. So a nice play from the shortstop, Bordelon, for the Holden Rockets for the first out here in the bottom of the third inning. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Austin Swift. Second time. Looks at a pitch just outside. Ball 1. Swift, a dangerous number 9 batter, came in batting .345. 2 home runs, 30 for 87. Struck out his first time up against Wascom. So now Wascom's got his attention, the left-handed batter. He's checking the runner at second, checks him twice. Now he comes home with the pitch just outside. So the Aggies being a little bit pesky on the base paths, and it's working to their favor. Covering the second base runner, shortstop, borderline pitch. In there for a called strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 out, 1 aboard, 5-0. Aggies lead here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Want to thank Robbie Rounceville, Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Get thy car anointed with some fresh oil. Ground ball to the right side. Rivet, the second baseman, bobbles it once, picks it up, throws it. He stays with it. Nicely done. Rivet to Forbes for the second out. As good as a sacrifice, because that puts Weaver at 3rd. Aggies lead 5-0. Landon Hennon, 2 for 2 on the night. Let's see if he can't go 3 for 3 with another RBI to get the Aggies up to 6. For 3rd time facing Wascom. Right-handed pitcher in all the way for the Rockets here. Curveball, there it is, breaks nicely in there for a called strike 1. Tossin on deck, shin guards on with 2 outs. Bottom of the 3rd, number 16, the Holden Rockets, with a record of 15-10, taking on your Choudrant Aggies, 28-3. Curveball, that one bounces over the head of Bradham, but hits the wall nicely and freezes Weaver down at 3rd. Enough for Wascom to come in and get it. So 1 ball, 1 strike on the leadoff batter. Landon Hennon came in batting .301, and that's gone up. He's got 2 hits tonight, so now he's 30 for 95. 1-1 pitch. Looks at it outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Again, if you're just joining us, what a crowd. This is a crowd Walt Whitman would be proud of. Americana baseball. Choudrant, Louisiana. The 2-1 pitch. That is a base hit to right center and another RBI. That's into the gap. Rounding first and stopping. Landon Hennon, 3 for 3 and another RBI. Aggies up 6-0. It's going to bring up Luke Tossin. Tossin to the plate. Want to thank Christian and Catherine Creed, Creed & Creed Law Firm and Title Company, your local injury attorneys. Christian, very involved with the Salvation Army, doing the most good. 2 outs. Curveball, breaks low, ball 1 on Tossin. Tossin fly to left in the first, walked and scored in the second. Aggies lead here in the bottom of the 3rd by a score of 6-0. 1 ball, no strikes. Wascom over to first, to Forbes, back safely goes Hennon. On deck, Braden Jones. Wascom with 2 strikeouts, 6-0. Aggies lead, bottom of the 3rd, 2-out pitch. Tips it off of his foot down the 3rd base side. All in a day's work for the hard-nosed catcher, senior Luke Tossin. Why they call the catching implements the tools of ignorance, I'll never understand. The field general is the man behind the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Takes a lot of lumps as well. 2 outs. Pitch. Curveball in the dirt, going down the second with the throw. It's safely in there. Is Hennon with a stolen base. Wascom didn't help his effort by throwing a curveball in the dirt. Nicely played there, though, by Bradham. Bradham, he got the throw down there, but not in time. So Hennon puts himself in scoring position for the senior catcher, Tossin. The 2-1 pitch. Not on the way. Checking the runner. Checks him again, Wascom, and Tossin wisely calls timeout. So we've seen Wascom a little bit overly concerned with the runners, the Aggie runners, much to his detriment. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 out. Checks him once. And now he comes home with a pitch. He a hitch on it like he wanted to, but a nice pitch from Wascom froze Tossin. Evens the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Jones on deck. If Tossin can get aboard and keep this inning alive. Aggies lead 6-0. Bottom of the third. Class B, playoff baseball, state of Louisiana. 2-2 pitch. Nice curveball and a nice piece of hitting from Tossin as he got the bat on the ball, fouled it into the dirt as opposed to the glove of Bradham. Want to thank Choudrant Mini Mart. Be sure to thank all of the sponsors. They don't have to do what they do, but they did. So it's important for us to reciprocate with appreciation and their business. Choudrant Mini Mart, local snacks, gas, breakfasts, and lunch. Sponsoring Choudrant Aggie baseball. Popped up to the right side. Going out is Forbes, second baseman, calling him off. Rivet is, and nicely done. So Tossin flies, but not before the Aggies score one more. 3 innings now are in the books. We'll go to the top of the 4th when we return, with the Aggies leading the Rockets by a score of 6-0.
Oh, Courtesy, a great place to buy a car. You'll love the smiling faces here at Courtesy. You'll love the deal you get on every car you buy. No matter where the road may wind, you'll have peace of mind when you know you bought your car right here at Courtesy. Oh, Courtesy, a great place to buy a car.
Experience relationship banking. At Origin Bank, we create a truly personalized experience for each customer. We're committed to providing you with simple, personal banking that exceeds your expectations. We take pride in building relationships through understanding our community and the people who live here. Learn more today at origin.bank. Experience relationship banking. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to Tony Antley Field. Rick Godley with you here on a beautiful night for some baseball. Choudrant, Louisiana. The Aggies lead 6-0 over the Holden Rockets. Want to pay homage to Corey Otwell. Corey played on the 2002 state championship team, was killed the next year in an automobile accident. Would have graduated in 2005, and the baseball team dedicated the 2005 championship in memory of him. That's from Freck and Karen Otwell off of the Choudrant Aggie baseball page on Facebook. If you're watching there, welcome in. Now you can see the shadows starting to encroach as the sun lazily sets. And the temperature's dropping just a little bit, thankfully, here. 88 at game time with a 97 feel because of the high humidity factor. 6-0. Aggies lead, top of the 4th. We head. It's going to be a pitcher leading off, number 3 in the order, Braden Wascom, the face Braden Jones. First pitch. Pop inside. Ball 1. So Wascom, Braden, and Thompson face Jones. That's popped to the left side, and that's out of play. Actually, right overhead. 1 ball, 1 strike. Leadoff batter here in the top of the 4th inning. Trying to get a score check for you between Glenmora and Fairview. They started at 5. It's 7:04 right now presently, time-wise. Jones pitch stays upstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter here for the Holden Rockets. Located Highway 190 between Albany and Livingston. Swing and tips it into the glove of Tossin. Evens the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. In Livingston Parish, by the way, it's a section of a land awarded to Micah. Pitches outside. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Mikaja Spillers by a Spanish land grant. It's the home of John Schneider Studios. Yeah, that John Schneider payoff pitch. That is to left field. Check it. Now it's center field. Nope, check it. Eli Watson pops it high sky as Wascom pops right behind second base. Eli Wascom for the first out. Make that Watson. Yeah, John Schneider has his studios located in Holden. The Lady Rockets basketball team, pretty formidable, state champions in 1996, 7, 2006. Here's the pitch from Jones. Swing and a miss on the cleanup, Dylan Bradham. Bradham struck out in the first. Jones with 4 strikeouts on the evening. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, make it 0-2. Lady Rockets continued championship ways in their women's basketball program with another championship in 2016 and 2018 from Livingston Parish. They find themselves on the Schneid here, 6-0 at the hands of the Aggies. Pitch is outside as Jones wastes one away. 1 out, top of the 4th. On deck, Tyler Thompson. Aggies with 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Here we are. They lead 6-0, top of the 4th. The 1-2 pitch. Curveball breaks in and low. It's going to even the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Creed & Creed Law Firm and Title Company, your local injury attorneys, giving back to the community in many ways. That is pop foul. That's going to go to the parking lot. You heard the communal gut groan of everybody. Yeah, my car's parked out there. I'm not sure it went that far. If it hit my car, it would make it even look better. 2-2. He reaches out, keeps the at-bat alive. Bradham does. Jones with a record of 9-1 with the Aggies. Aggies started the season 3-3. Lone losses: Bunkie, Oak Hill, and Buckeye. 2-2 pitch. That is pop foul. This time into the parking lot again, but no collective groan. Aggies opened the season with a victory over Castor. Then they lost to Oak Hill back in February 26th. They beat Pitkin the next day, 17-14. Lost to Bunkie. And then lost to Buckeye. 2-2 pitch, ground ball to the right side. Watson doesn't get down on it and boots it to right. Rounding first into second with a throw now down to second. And he's safe with a head first slide. It was a hard hit ground ball to second baseman Eli Watson, who kicked it. He booted it out to right center field. Austin Swift came in, rounding first into second goes Bradham with a head first slide. You heard the Aggie crowd thought they got him. So Bradham trying to spark a rocket here in the top of the 4th inning. They trail 6-0. Aggies lead. Bradham at second. Thompson from the stretches. Jones checks the runner, comes home, offers to bunt, comes up empty, strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Rockets trying to get something going against Braden Jones in command, not letting the Rockets launch anything. Watson with an uncharacteristic error. Fouls it into the screen. So now it's no balls, 2 strikes. Not a pleasant position to be in when you're facing the likes of Braden Jones. Big left-handed power pitcher for head coach Tony Antley. Here's the 0-2 pitch on the way. That is pop foul. Over my right shoulder again. If you are anywhere close and can make it here to Tony Antley just to experience what small town Americana baseball is, they're lined down the right field and left field here at Tony Antley Field. Props out to the Holden Rockets traveling squad. Traveled very well. Coming up from Livingston Parish. They find themselves here in the top of the fourth, down 6-0. Thompson at the plate. One out. Pitch. Up and away. So he wastes one up on Thompson, the center fielder. He was the third strikeout victim for Braden Jones in the second. Aggies lead 6-0. Designated hitter Strother on deck. Here's the pitch. Bounced it. Now just a little bit low. Didn't bounce it. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Check that. That's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. Wascom led off. He popped out to second baseman. Then Bradham hit it to Eli Watson, who booted it to right field. Swift fielded it. Made a great throw to second. Fouls it. Tips it into the dirt. Keeps his at-bat alive. Thompson does. And the count the same at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Once again, want to thank Dan Lord Plumbing for jumping on board. Remember, if you have a plumbing emergency, don't cry, oh Lord. Nope, call Dan Lord. Dan Lord Plumbing, the number 255-0962. Don't go to sleep with a leak. Thank you, Dan Lord Plumbing, supporting Choudrant Aggie baseball. 2-2 pitch. Got him. Tips it into the glove of Tossin for strikeout number 5. Second out here in the top of the fourth. So 5 strikeouts for Braden Jones. He came in with 101. Do the math. 106 now. 2 outs. Man on second. Strother, the designated hitter, to the plate. Watson comes over to cover. Jones steps off the mound. Bradham back to the bag. Concessions here at Choudrant, Tony Antley Field. People come, enjoy, and as well support Choudrant High School baseball. So Jones, he fakes a throw to second to nobody there. However, Bradham didn't know that. He dove back to the bag. Pitch. Low. Ball 1. Strother was strikeout victim number 4 in the second. Jones with 5. Aggies lead. Top of the fourth. 6-0. 2 outs. Jones looking to sit the Rockets down. Get the Aggies back to the plate. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. On deck, Forbes. Tossin going out, wondering possibly maybe signals got crossed. In from third comes Braden Carter. Matter of fact, now here comes the infield for all the Aggies. Conference on the mound last week. Holden Rockets with a victory over Bell City Bruins from Calcasieu Parish by a score of 12-5. Got them the dubious distinction of traveling on, well, welcome to Lincoln Parish for one, from Livingston to Lincoln Parish, but of facing the number 1 Choudrant Aggies with their record of 28-3. They find themselves trailing 6-0. 2 outs, runner aboard, Bradham at second. Top of the fourth inning. 1 ball, 1 strike on Strother, the designated hitter. Pitch. Slow roller. This is going to be Jones going to have to fire to first. Up and over in time to Gavin Murphy for the 3rd out. They leave 1 on the error by Eli Watson. 3.5 in the books. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th inning with the Aggies leading by a score 6-0.
This is Christian Creed.
And this is Catherine Creed. Christian and I have been serving the people of our community with integrity for over 20 years, and it's been our privilege to support our schools, churches, service groups, and local events because we love our community and the people in it.
So if you or a family member have been involved in an accident, let our family serve you. Call us anytime, day or night, at 387-5800.
Remember, Creed and Creed is all you need.
Creed and Creed is all you need. Serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Experience relationship banking. At Origin Bank, we create a truly personalized experience for each customer. We're committed to providing you with simple, personal banking that exceeds your expectations. We take pride in building relationships through understanding our community and the people who live here. Learn more today at origin.bank. Experience relationship banking. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. Tony Antley Field, Rick Godley with you as we head to the bottom of the second inning with the Choudrant Aggies leading the Rockets from Holden, Louisiana. Home of John Schneider Studios. Yep, that John Schneider. Holden, Louisiana, Livingston Parish. The Duke's a Hazard guy. Aggies lead 6-0 on the mound for the Rockets. Braden Wascom still in there. No activity in the bullpen. He's going to be facing the 3, 4, and 5. Braden Jones, Brandon Carter, Eli Watson here in the home half of the fourth inning. Aggies lead 6-0. Winner of this game will be facing Glenmora Fairview Victor. Don't have a score on that one. Let's just say, hypothetically speaking, should the score remain Aggies leading and Fairview win, that game will be Friday night here in Choudrant, Louisiana. If Glenmora wins and the Aggies win, we'll be traveling to Glenmora. And remember, speed zones, when they say slow down, slow down. My attitude is if you want me to spend a lot of time in your small town, I'm going 5 miles under the speed limit. You ain't giving me a ticket. That's going to bring up Braden Jones, left-handed batter, here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Third time to face Wascom. 6-0. Pitch, fastball, low. Ball 1. Jones Singleton scored in the first. Got aboard on a fielder's choice in the second. His third time to see Wascom. Jones came in batting .393. Big left-handed batter. Wascom, right-handed pitcher. Right at the second baseman, Caden Rivet.
All right, B. Let's go 10.
So Jones tagged it, hit a rocket to a rocket by the name of Rivet for the first out. It's going to bring up Brandon Carter now. Brandon, his third time up. He's 2 for 2. Singleton scored in the first, got as far as third in the second. Aggies lead 6-0. Let's see if Carter can keep his perfect night at the plate going. Looks at a pitch in there, called strike 1. So the senior crew, Jones, Carter, and Watson to face Wascom. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. That's going to drop in there for a base hit. Will it be extra bases? Nick Forbes, left fielder, cuts it off. He throws it in. So Carter tags it to left. He's 3 for 3 on the evening. Going to get a runner in for him. That's number 17. That's Zane Bales. Check that, Bayless. Zane Bayless to run. So Tony Antley, he's down there talking to the umpire about the pinch runner. Eli Watson, he's looking down to get his hitting instructions. We got the shade halfway across the infield. Looks like the lights are trying to come on here at Tony Antley Field. From the stretch is Wascom. 1 out. Bottom of the fourth, 1 aboard. Right back at Wascom, who's going to double up and get the pitcher's best friend as Eli Watson. Boy, that sparks the Rocket crowd into a double play. Quick work for Braden Wascom. Let's see if that sparks the Rockets when they come back to the top of the 5th inning. They trail Aggies by a score of 6-0. You're listening to Aggie Baseball on Rix-Mix Community Radio.
There's a dog on a log in a bog with a frog?
Jeff from Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service can't write poetry, but he is well-versed in car care. You see, Jeff is an expert Speedy technician, so you'll love what he can do. Everything from a quick oil change to brakes, from tune-ups to factory scheduled services and more. Who can do more than change your oil? Speedy can.
For quick quality service, come to the Certified Techs at Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your certified auto service center, locally owned and operated, 315 North Service Road East in Ruston. Speedy's ready for you now.
The Emery House is a historical community venue with a mission of bringing people together for celebrations, reunions, meetings, trainings, fundraisers, or other social events. This unique venue, dedicated in honor of the memory of Sally and John Emery, is sure to make your special event unforgettable. The Emery House is a nonprofit organization that operates on the generosity and donations of its patrons. All donations are used to help offset the basic utilities. Thank you for supporting this unique historical community resource. Find out more on our Facebook page or stop by 2410 Highway 80 in the heart of Choudrant.
All right, as we're back here at Tony Antley Field, we see some defensive changes. Jones goes across the diamond. Braden Jones, he's going to take up his position at first base. Landon Hennon's coming in from left field, and he'll be at third base. And if I can see, I'm just going to presume out in left field will go Jackson Case. Can't see that far here. Aggies lead here in the top of the fifth inning. Braden Jones by a score of 6-0. Jones going to be facing the 7, 8, and 9 batters. That's Jake Forbes, Caden Rivet, and Brent Cobb. Thank you so much for your kind words and feedback. Folks listening and watching from Holden, Louisiana on the Aggie Facebook page. 6-0 here at top of the fifth inning. Jones on the mound, swinging a miss, facing Forbes, first baseman, who popped out to shortstop Bryce McGuire his only other time. 0-1 pitch, ground ball, foul. Right to the Aggie dugout. So now, no balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter here, top of the fifth inning. The 0-2 pitch, fouled again, almost the exact same location into the dugout of the Aggies down the first base side. Visitors from Holden down the third base side. Here at Tony Antley Field, all natural. Grass and dirt. Ground ball this time slowly, and this is Braden Jones going to pick it up underhanded. Check that. So it's Carter on the mound, Brandon Carter. That's the switch. Carter at work, throws a fastball in there. Check that, low and away, ball 1. The physique of Braden Jones and Brandon Carter. So it's Carter on the mound. Low and away. In relief.
Here we go, 10, you got it.
2 balls, no strikes. Just outside on the number 8 in the hole, Caden Rivet. So it's Carter in relief of Braden Jones, who has a 6-run lead, 6-0 in there for a called strike 1. 7, 8, and 9 batters for the Rockets. Rivet's going to be followed in the order by Cobb, third baseman. So good eye from Rivet, draws a walk against Jones. Check that, Carter. Carter, with a record of 5-0, came in with 25 walks, 86 strikeouts, an ERA of 1.175, in 47 2/3 inning of work. Throw over to first, and Rivet's back after drawing the base on balls here in the top of the fifth inning with the Aggies leading 6-0. It's going to bring up Brent Cobb, first time to face Carter. That one bounced, gets past Tossin, and down to second. That one goes right back here to the screen, and that's going to put Rivet out at second base on the wild pitch from Brandon Carter.
Here we go, 10,
Carter, the big right-handed pitcher, in relief of Braden Jones with a 6-0 lead here, top of the 5th inning. Pitch in there, called strike one. Brent Cobb, he was hit by a pitch and stranded there in the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 aboard, 6-0, top of the 5th. Curveball's in there for a call strike 2. Carter settling down. Choudrant, 4 state titles, 96, 2002, 2005, and 2007 with the 102. 1-2, swings at it. And Tossin picks him up and gets the put out as he dropped the pitch. Cobb goes down with a strikeout. Now that's the first one for Carter. 6th for the team. Top of the order, Borderline. Hunter Borderline to face Brandon Carter. 2 outs, pitch tight, ball 1. Choudrant Aggie Facebook page. The era of excellence going back to 1990. Feel free to post your comments and memories on there. 1-0 pitch in there, call strike 1. Other comments? On the Facebook page. We'll share them as we go. That may drop in there to the right side. Gets past Eli Watson. Rounding second, coming home. And here's a throw to the plate, but not in time. As the Rockets are going to go up with 1 run. They trail 6-1 on an RBI to the opposite side. Hunter Bordelon. Rivet comes around to score. Cuts the lead by 5. 2-5, I should say. 6-1. Looking to make an appeal to third to see if he touched. And yes, the umpire said he's safe at home, so the run will count. It was hit just past the outstretched Eli Watson, second baseman. Nice throw to first. That is a pickoff move. So Carter atones, but not before. The Rockets get one here in an exciting top of the 5th. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning with the Aggies leading by a score of 6-1. You're listening to Choudrant Aggie Baseball.
This is Christian Creed.
And this is Catherine Creed. Christian and I have been serving the people of our community with integrity for over 20 years, and it's been our privilege to support our schools, churches, service groups, and local events because we love our community and the people in it.
So if you or a family member have been involved in an accident, let our family serve you. Call us anytime, day or night, at 387-5800.
Remember, Creed and Creed is all you need.
Creed and Creed is all you need. Serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Oh, Courtesy, a great place to buy a car. You'll love the smiling faces here at Courtesy. You'll love the deal you get on every car you buy. No matter where the road may wind, you'll have peace of mind when you know you bought your car right here at Courtesy. Oh, Courtesy, a great place to buy a car.
Do you hear what I hear?
I hear Rix-Mix Community Radio.
Merry Rix-Mix.
What's the score, boys? What did Bugs Bunny do? What's with the Carrot League baseball today?
Well, we got the score of 6-0 here in the bottom half of the 5th inning. Rick Godley with you. Sun is set. Lights are on here at Tony Antley Field. The Aggies lead by a score of 6-1. Rockets pushed one across in the top of the 5th inning, moving to the bottom of the 5th inning. On the mound, Braden Wascombe for the Rockets with a record of 15-10. He'll be facing 6, 7, and 8. That's Bryce McGuire, Stone Weaver, and Jackson Case. So McGuire, Weaver, and Case to make the case to get more runs here for the Aggies as head coach Tony Antley Wouldn't it be picture-perfect baseball if it wasn't for a freight train? And sure, we got one. First pitch, curveball in there. Called strike one on the sophomore shortstop, Bryce McGuire. McGuire, 1 for 2, singled, and then popped out to third base. He's 1 for 2 in the night. 1 ball, no strikes. In there. Called strike one. Catches the outside part of the plate for McGuire. 6-1. Bottom of the 5th we are. Wascom in all the way for the Rockets. Pitch low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Choudrant Mini Mart, thank you so much for jumping up and getting involved with Aggie baseball. It's the happening spot to meet friends. The Mini Mart, Choudrant, snacks, gas, breakfast, and lunch. Ball is low. 3 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter here, bottom of the 5th. McGuire going to be followed in the order by Weaver and Case. 3 balls, 1 strikes. Aggies got 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. 3-1 pitch. That one is tagged to left. That's got length. Is it going to stay fair? No. No, he tagged it down the 285 down the left field line. Probably foul by 6 feet, make it 7 feet. As McGuire got way out in front of that one. Nick Forbes, if it was just 7 feet to the right, I'm not saying it would be for extra bases, because Forbes was playing it just well. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Leadoff batter, Wascom in motion, and the pitch. Swing and a miss, and McGuire goes down. He went fishing for one off the pier. That is the 3rd strikeout. First one since the 2nd for Braden Wascom. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. That's going to bring up the center fielder, junior Stone Weaver. Wascom and Weaver. Swing and a miss. So it is Borderline, isn't it? All right, so Hunter Borderline is on the mound now in relief of Wascom. No balls, 1 strike. Weaver, the center fielder. Pitch. So Borderline on in relief of Wascom, which, where did he go? He went over to first base. There we go. Case on deck. No balls, 2 strikes. Hunter Borderline came in from short. Curveball, got him. So 2 Aggies up and 2 Aggies down with 2 Ks here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Hunter Borderline. That's going to bring up Jackson Case, who started as the designated hitter, now out in left field. On deck, Austin Swift. So Hunter Borderline. That is popped feebly to the right side. Jake Forbes, check that. Nope. That is Wascom, the first baseman, who takes it. So quick work again as Borderline making easy work here for the Rockets, as we're going to go to the top of the 6th inning with Choudrant leading by a score of 6-1.
People will come, Ray. Do you hear what I hear?
I hear Rix-Mix Community Radio.
Merry Rix-Mix.
Experience relationship banking. At Origin Bank, we create a truly personalized experience for each customer. We're committed to providing you with simple, personal banking that exceeds your expectations. We take pride in building relationships through understanding our community and the people who live here. Learn more today at origin.bank. Experience relationship banking. Member FDIC. The Emery House is a historical community venue with a mission of bringing people together for celebrations, reunions, meetings, trainings, fundraisers, or other social events. This unique venue, dedicated in honor of the memory of Sally and John Emery, is sure to make your special event unforgettable. The Emery House is a nonprofit organization that operates on the generosity and donations of its patrons. All donations are used to help offset the basic utilities. Thank you for supporting this unique historical community resource. Find out more on our Facebook page or stop by 2410 Highway 80 in the heart of Choudrant.
You once wrote, "There comes a time when all the cosmic tumblers have clicked into place and the universe opens itself up for a few seconds to show you what's possible."
And what's possible here is top of the 6th inning. The Aggies lead by a score of 6-1. Ground ball foul. Leadoff batter is Nick Forbes. It's going to be Forbes, Wascom, and Braden to face Brandon Carter. Brandon Carter got a score for you. Fairview defeated Glen Mora by a score of 3-0. Pitch just outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. So should this score stand, the Aggies leading by a score of 6-1. Well, we got a game Friday nights right here at Tony Antley Field. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, I shouldn't say Friday. Definitely. It's all tentative, but it has to be played by the 8th, which is Saturday. So you would think Friday. 6-1, our score here in the top of the 6th. 2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter Forbes facing Carter. Ground ball, shortstop. This is McGuire up and over to first. Is it in time? Yes, it is. Nice throw from McGuire on the speedy Forbes. First out here, top of the 6th. Carter in relief of Jones. This is Wascom, the starting pitcher for the Rockets. My bad on that. Hunter Bordelon came on, and he's been throwing smoke and doing the job for head coach Jonathan Thompson. 6-1, Aggies lead. 1 out. Top of the 6th. Carter, pitch. Curveball. Low and away. Ball 1. Again, Holden between Albany and Livingston in Livingston Parish. Home of John Schneider's Studios. Ground foul. Third base dugout. That is the Rockets' launching pad. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out. On deck, Braden. Carter gets a sign from Tossin. He goes in motion. Swing and a miss on a nice curveball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fairview defeated Glen Mora 3-0, according to Game Changer. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Tossin's going to go and throw it down to first and get the put out for the second out. So recorded as a strikeout and a put out. 2 outs. That's the 7th strikeout. Second one for Carter. So Carter comes in with 2 Ks. Jones had 5. The cleanup batter, catcher Dylan Bradham, facing Carter for the first time. Looks at a pitch low. Ball 1. 6-1. The Aggies scored 3 in the first, 2 in the second, 1 in the third. Rockets got 1 in the 5th. Pitch in there. Called strike 1. 6-1. Boy, this is settling into a beautiful evening. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Temperature calming down, 88 at game time, with the heat index at 97. May 3rd. 1-2 pitch, high and tight. But Bradham went upstairs looking for something in the attic and came up with a K. And that is the second strikeout in the inning. 3 up, 3 down. Let's go to with the Aggies leading by a score of 6-1. To Choudrant Aggie baseball.
There's a dog on a log in a fog with a frog?
Jeff from Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service can't write poetry, but he is well-versed in car care. You see, Jeff is an expert speedy technician, so you'll love what he can do. Everything from a quick oil change to brakes, from tune-ups to factory scheduled services and more. Who can do more than change your oil? Speedy can.
For quick quality service, come to the Certified Techs at Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your certified auto service center, locally owned and operated, 315 North Service Road East in Ruston. Speedy's ready for you now.
Experience relationship banking. At Origin Bank, we create a truly personalized experience for each customer. We're committed to providing you with simple, personal banking that exceeds your expectations. We take pride in building relationships through understanding our community and the people who live here. Learn more today at origin.bank. Experience relationship banking. Member FDIC.
Also want to thank Borders Poultry Hardware and Poultry Supply, now open in Choudrant. Jason Penuel, the manager. Number to call, 436-3700 for fencing supplies, culverts, building supplies, plumbing supplies, electrical supplies, and so much more. How about generators? Family owned since 1989. Fred and Linda Border said, you know what, we're coming to Lincoln Parish and we're going to set up shop in Choudrant. Welcome them to Choudrant. And by the way, be sure to thank all the sponsors that you hear out and about. Say you heard them right here on Rix-Mix Community Radio. Also up on the visual platforms. Half of the proceeds that we generate from sponsorships will go right back to the Choudrant baseball program as we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Leading off here, the number 9, the very dangerous number 9, Austin Swift. Landon Hennon, top of the order, will go. Luke Tossin, Aggies lead 6-1. Fairview defeated Glen Mora. The number 8 beat the number 9 by a score of 3-0. First pitch, Hunter Bordelon on the mound in relief of Braden Wascom. Wascom's over at first base now. Bordelon started at short. Guessing if I can see number 2, that's Nick Forbes out at short. That would put Jake out in left field. The 0-1 pitch. Nice wicked curve that gets Swift. Looking like Rick Godley at the plate. Swing and a miss. Way out in front. No balls, 2 strikes. So Bordelon shutting the door on the Aggies, but not before they put 6 runs up. There's another strikeout. So Swift strikes out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. That's the 3rd strikeout for Bordelon. Wascom had 2. Top of the order we go with Hennon perfect at the plate tonight. 3 for 3 with 2-run score and 2 RBIs. Aggies lead 6-1. Bottom of the 6th. A lazy curve butterfly floats in there for a called strike 1. Tossin on deck. Bordelon in motion, right-handed pitcher. Way up and over the head of Hennon. Evens a count now. So Hennon started in left field. Now he's back at the hot corner in third. Jones goes over to first. Carter started at third. He's on in relief. 6-1. Bottom of the 6th inning. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch. That's popped to the right side. It could be foul, but playable. It nicely done by Caden Rivet. He had to travel a lot of real estate. The convergence of first baseman Wascom, Rivet, and Smith coming in. It was Rivet that finally got it with a foot inside fair territory for the second out here for the Rockets. So that's the first time Hennon didn't reach base successfully. He's going to bring up Tossin, a right-handed batter, facing Bordelon, the right-handed pitcher, for the first time. Ground ball to the shortstop, left side, up and over to first, and over the head of Wascom. Down to second goes Tossin. So Forbes Put a lot of air under it. Too much and over the head of Wascom for the throwing error. Tossin down at second. We're going to get a runner in for him. It's going to bring up Braden Jones. Jones singled and scored in the first, got aboard on a fielder's choice in the second. Then he popped out to the second baseman, Rivet. Aggies lead 6-1, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. Tossin still out there on second. The big left-hander facing Bordelon on in relief for the first time. Right-handed pitcher checks the runner once, checks him twice. Now he comes home. Curveball low. Ball 1. The Aggies can hold on here 6-1. They'll be hosting Fairview here at Tony Antley Field. Let's double the crowd. 4. I'm believing a Friday night. It's got to be done before Saturday. I doubt it's Thursday. Pitch. Low and away. Friday night, if I recall correctly, and again, what does it matter what weather is? It changes its mind. Could be one of the best nights for baseball in North Louisiana. It won't be as good if you're not here live at Tony Antley Field. Yeah, we'll be carrying it down the visual platforms as well as Rix-Mix Community Radio. Listen to it at godlyworks.com. 2-0 pitch, 2 outs. Fastball in there for a called strike 1. Bordelon can bring the heat. He shut the door. Coming on in relief of Braden Wascom. 3 up, 3 down in the 4th and 5th inning. Almost had it here in the 6th inning. 2 balls, 1 strike. Braden Jones. Dangerous batter, left-handed batter. And the pitch. Way out in front of it, and he's going to tag that one into the track and field area here at Choudrant High School. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Bottom of the 6th inning, man aboard. Tossin down at second. Aggies lead 6-1. An insurance run would be just what the doctor ordered. The pitch. He fights it off. Curveball. Jones. Want to thank Dan Lord Plumbing, Choudrant Mini Mart, Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, and Creed Law Firm and Title Company. When you're out and about, if you see these people, please thank them. Just recognize them, keeping it real and keeping it local. Still have opportunity for sponsorships. Email me, rixmixradio@gmail.com. 2-2 pitch. Fouls it off again. So Jones going to straighten it out on one of these times. rixmixradio@gmail.com or private message me on Facebook. Still got a couple of packages left for the playoff run. Friday night's game here, and then on to McMurray Park. Should the Aggies win, we'll go as far as they carry us. Way out in front and way out there. He's fouling them off every which way. Braden Jones is. He launched that one into the Netherlands down there in right field. Foul territory. Past the tarp area. Let's redo it again. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Man on second, 6-1 the score. Here's a pitch from Bordelon, just outside. Good eye from Jones. Batting in the 3rd slot. He'll be followed in the order by Brandon Carter. Carter on deck. Jones starting pitcher. Left with a 6-run lead. Carter came on in relief. The payoff pitch. That is to left center field. Going back is Tyler Thompson. He calls for it, and he one-hands it right there on the warning track. So Jones sent it for a ride to the deepest parts in right center field gap, but Thompson was there to haul it in. So we got 6 in the books. We're going to the top of the 7th with the Aggies leading by a score of 6-1. You're listening to Choudrant Aggie Baseball here on Rix-Mix Community Radio.
This is Christian Creed.
And this is Catherine Creed. Christian and I have been serving the people of our community with integrity for over 20 years, and it has been our privilege to support our schools, churches, service groups, and local events because we love our community and the people in it.
So if you or a family member have been involved in an accident, let our family serve you. Call us anytime, day or night, at 387-5800.
Remember, Creed and Creed is all you need.
Creed and Creed is all you need. Serious attorneys for serious injuries.
Experience relationship banking. At Origin Bank, we create a truly personalized experience for each customer. We're committed to providing you with simple, personal banking that exceeds your expectations. We take pride in building relationships through understanding our community and the people who live here. Learn more today at origin.bank. Experience relationship banking. Member FD.
Rix-Mix Radio cares about our communities. For help, email rickgodley at rixmixradio@gmail.com.
What's the score, boys? What did Bugs Bunny do? What's with the Carrot League baseball today?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're heading now to the top of the 7th inning. I am Rick Godley and rixmixradio@gmail.com, rixmixradio@gmail.com. Just had a hydration break for the umpiring crew here. Boy, it started out hot. It's turning into a beautiful, beautiful evening here at Tony Antley Field in Choudrant, Louisiana. The Aggies lead by a score of 6-0 over the Holden Rockets from Livingston Parish. And on the mound in relief, Brandon Carter. He's going to be facing in there. Called strike one, Tyler Thompson, 5, 6, and 7. Thompson, Strother, and Forbes. No balls, one strike for the Holden Rockets. That's a ground, right back at Carter. He's going to stay with it. He had to fight it down. The Rocket hit a rocket, and Carter blocked it and kept it in front of him and tossed it over to Braden Jones. So one man up, one man down. Carter to Jones for the first out on Tyler Thompson. It's going to bring up Josh Strother, the designated hitter. He's 0 for 2, struck out in the second. He grounded out. Just exactly what happened for Thompson. Pitcher to first. Pitch way outside, and you can hear the pop because it hit the backdrop. Behind the plate. 1 ball, no strike. Aggies now 2 outs away from hosting Fairview. I'm guessing Friday night. Stay, friend us up on Facebook. Low pitch, ball 2. Friend us up if you'd be so kind at Choudrant Aggie Baseball. Also Rix-Mix Community Radio. The more we have, the more we help. 2 balls, no strikes, 1 out. Top of the 7th, Aggies lead 6-1. In there. Called strike 1. On deck, Jake Forbes to face Carter. Squares to bunt, pulls back. Does he offer? No. Ump says no. 3 balls, 1 strike. So Strother did square. Pull back in time. Once again, nobody's left this park yet, even though the Aggies lead 6-1. In there, called strike 3 as he squared to bunt. You got to ring that one up. Just looking, that is the 8th strike. Make that 9th strikeout for the Aggies. Well, I did that one premature. It's a strikeout nonetheless. Call that a little prognosticating. 2 outs now here. Top of the 7th inning. Aggies lead 6-1. It's on the shoulders now. Jake Forbes facing Brandon Carter. First pitch, curveball outside. Ball 1. Fairview defeated Glenmora by a score of 3-0. The Aggies lead here 6-1. the top half of the bracket. Pitch outside, ball one. The 1-1 pitch. That is popped to center field and getting a beat on it, Stone Weaver. He pulls it in, and there you have it. Victory for the Aggies. Final score 6-1. Choudrant Aggies will now move on and host Fairview here, Holden Rockets. Season ends here tonight in Lincoln Parish, Choudrant, Louisiana. Head coach Jonathan Thompson leading the team, giving thanks and congratulations. Safe trip to the Holden family. Thank you so much for coming up here. Final score again 6-1. The Aggies now record 29-3. 29-3. Want to thank Origin Bank, our sponsor, title sponsor. What's your origin story? Best of the Delta 14 years in a row. Thank you, the Emery House. Thank you, Choudrant Mini Mart. Thank you, Dan Lord Plumbing. Robbie Rounceville, Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Thank you, Christian and Catherine Creed, also jumping on board. And Borders Poultry. If you want to get involved for the remainder of the playoff run, get in touch with me. Rix-Mix-Radio@gmail.com. Rix-Mix-Radio@gmail.com. That's going to do it here tonight. Choudrant Aggies victorious 6-1 over the Holden Rockets. Safe trip home, everyone. Thank you so much for listening.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming. Please drive carefully and